Well, hey guys, it's Alex, the Good Guy Biker, and we're here down in the beautiful Pacific Northwest with none other than Spencer. Spencer, how's it going, brother?
It's going pretty good here in beautiful British Columbia.
That's right. You got this nice backdrop, and you got the beautiful, this is the 2017? 2015 with the gold. God damn, it's nice.
Gold
Ooh.
And the white and the black.
But what are we here today for? We're here for a top 10.
Top 10 motorcycle gear.
So we're going through all the stuff that Spencer uses and some of the stuff that I use, and we're gonna let you guys know what's the best value and the best way to spend your money once getting into motorcycling. So
yeah, for sure.
this is all your stuff. This is a beautiful bike. See, I see a lot of modifications done, so I'll let you take it away, brother.
Okay, so let's see. First thing I did when I bought this bike was I definitely went for the case savers. You can find these on Amazon. I went with the Thumper Talk branded ones.
We'll link those. Yeah.
Honestly, they're the #1 purchase for the GRZ.
For the $15, it's got to be the first thing you buy.
Basically, what happens is anytime you lean down your bike, this will actually cut into your. It's not so bad on this side. It's mostly on the other side where the shifter has a really sharp 90-degree corner. And what happens is usually like first or second time you drop your bike, it bends in and it puts a crack into your magnesium
punches through the cases,
and then you got to get like an entire new fucking case.
So for $15 and some silicone, that is without a doubt the best one you can get.
Honestly,
and now, Spencer, they're fucking color coded. You could have got gold to match the bike. Do you feel silly?
Well, I've got good use. I'm gonna need to replace them soon, so
good.
We'll see.
We'll get some gold ones. Okay, what else?
Okay, second thing I did was the Acherby's Bark Busters. Now, Bark Busters are really great. You know, Alex has an opinion on them because of his accident. I really like them. As you can see, I get a shit ton of use out of them.
I don't know if you can see that.
You can see actually my lever's still broken. Or still bent from when I first dropped it, so I kind of just threw those on there, and now
it would be gone by now, though.
What's really good is on Alex's bike, he's got the flip-out mirrors that are actually integrated into the Bark Busters, and those are really nice. Or you can get the bar-in ones, and it's really great for off-roading because you want to be able to like close down. Like I already have to fold these in when I'm going because they're elephant ears. But
we love the folding mirrors. Yeah, definitely. We'll link the folding mirrors. Those are our favorites because once you've gone through 3 sets of mirrors like us, and the bar ends are great, but if you're off-roading, those get toasted the first time.
For sure,
So yeah, we'll link those bar. Good call, Spencer, on the fold-in mirrors.
So
what's this? What's the seat going on?
Oh, well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
There's a lot of things on this bike.
Okay.
So, next thing I did was the FMF full exhaust with the header, the Powerbomb header pipe, and I did the JD jet kit. I haven't done the 3x3 mod. I just pulled the snorkel off of it. Once I get the FCR and the big block, I'll definitely cutting up the airbox, but I shouldn't see it was super necessary right now.
Okay, now I see something hiding in the back of that beautiful pipe of yours. Tell me what that is.
This is a wicked little tool. It's an exhaust plug. They're great for anytime you're storing your bike for long periods of time. If you're washing your bike, you really just don't want to be getting any water down into your exhaust.
Now, the main reason for not getting water in the exhaust is actually to do with your valves, right?
Yeah. So basically, if you get water inside the engine block and it comes down a compression stroke with the valves, you'll just bend your valves because, as we all know, water does not compress.
Water does not like gas, no. So yeah, keep water out of your pipe for storage and washing. And these things are like $2-3. We'll link them.
Yeah.
They stick right in.
Definitely.
Easy.
Great.
Okay, what else we got going on here, brother?
What else? I went with the upgraded pegs, the super wide
Yes, you
pegs.
did. Yes, I really like these.
And when you're on and riding with dirt bike boots, you really want giant fucking pegs.
We do a lot of off-roading, and we did some camping on the bikes.
Yeah.
So when you're all loaded up, it's actually really nice to have that extra surface.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
all day.
For sure. Now I see something else down here that looks pretty beefy. Tell me about this guy down here on the bottom.
That's a Scorpion skid plate.
Scorpion, that's a damn nice skid plate, brother.
Yeah, so great thing. I know I just had the stalkers on there, which are basically just like some cheap pieces of aluminum. Yeah. And we did like a couple trips on logging roads, and I was taking a look at the bottom of my bike, and there's just a bunch of holes that had been punched through it, and it was really scaring me. And I'm like, I was glad that wasn't my engine. So first thing I went out was bought the skid plate. And plus now you can just, if I have to jump over an obstacle,
you can use it.
And it's super useful.
You can actually rock over logs and stuff with the skid plate.
I thought it was going to be a lot louder because I heard that's one of the things about running a skid plate, but really honestly I don't know, nice at all.
This one's not too bad, and mind you, your pipe's not so bad either, and you don't have any air leaks. If you maybe had some air leaks down there, you could have some real bad noise coming back at you. But Barkbuster, very cool. Now, did we do much to the front end?
Just the radiator protectors, because we went to the mud pits the first day and I dropped the bike and kind of bent the radiator out of it. And
literally the first day. Still had slicks on. Who made
fresh.
You do that? Who
made
you do
It was you. Of course it was you.
Your friend
It's
Alex?
always you.
Why would I make you do something like
Alex.
that? Friend Alex. But those are nice. So these are actually higher end ones as well.
Yeah, they're nice.
And they really fit well. Which brand?
I think those are Scorpion as well.
Scorpion. Okay, so that's most of the stuff. We didn't mention
the upgraded HID or the super bright halogen for the headlight. Yeah, it's just a bulb replacement.
He went with the bulb replacement, and damn, for the money, that's definitely a worthy update.
And it's a nice. The white color is super nice.
So nice. Yeah. So we'll link that one in the chat as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, tell me about the seat.
Okay, so this is my custom Renazco racing seat. I went and I bought a seat pan and sent it to them and sent them my weight and height and inseam, and they had it custom made. DRZ stock seat is absolutely a nightmare. It's like sitting on a 2x4.
Like a 2x4.
So this is really amazing. It's I think there's a bunch of memory foam. It's suede, so not a lot of movement on it.
It's real nice. It forces you more forward than the stock seat too, which is nice.
Yeah.
It puts you in more of a aggressive position.
Yeah, for sure.
Very cool. Okay, you got the helmets in your hands. So tell us, you got two different helmets for two different riding.
Helmets for two different types of riding.
Yes, so tell me about it.
This is my everyday helmet. It's an Arai Signet Q. I've got the smoke visor. Great helmet, super safe.
Light too.
Super light.
Yeah, and super expensive.
All the interior and everything comes out so you can wash it. It's got the, I think it's got the quick release and stuff for taking the cheek pads out.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, totally.
Super great helmet. Number one thing you can buy. You always want to protect your head. Other great thing, GoPro. This is the Hero Black 3.
Yes.
With the protective case.
Now, what's nice about the Hero 3, so I'll let you mention it.
So these, you can still patch the audio in over the USB, so you can use the Cena backpack, which is something you don't get on some of the newer models. Like,
that's right.
Like this one right here.
Yeah, if you look,
7?
You've got no external audio out.
No, it's
all sealed unit.
You got an awesome screen that's amazing.
and 4K.
And 4K.
And stability. Don't get me wrong, we get all our main footage.
This is mostly what we use nowadays.
Yes. But for vlogging, especially for the motorcycle vlogging, this GoPro, which you can also store elsewhere on your bike, will automatically stitch the audio from your Cena wirelessly to the GoPro as a second audio layer. Just stitch it over top.
Yeah, and then you don't have to mess with it in post.
In post. Oh man, it saves so much time. Okay, now this guy, this is not an everyday helmet. This looks like an off-roading helmet.
This is my hooning, dirt biking, wheelie helmet.
Okay, tell me about this.
Basically, I was trying to do a lot of stuff off-roading in my Arai, and I just felt that the chin box was just way too small. I couldn't breathe after like 5 to 10 minutes, so I went and bought something like this. I went with these sick 100% goggles with the gold that matches the bike. I absolutely love these goggles. They're so comfortable. They don't fog. They're so nice.
I just got a pair of 100%s for my mountain bike, and I got a pair of 100% gloves too, riding gloves.
I love them.
Oh.
And but yeah, it's my Scott 350 series. Just, you know, I've spent a lot more on this helmet because it's something I'm going to use every day, so like it makes sense to spend the money on all the extra creature, because basically you're paying for creature comforts at this point.
Like light and sound quality
and quality,
dampening
of
the noise,
and stuff like that. This is super light, super big chin box, just great fun. Miserable on the highway. So
miserable.
You have to wear earplugs.
Where you were with me when I lost my visor on the highway that day, right?
Yeah.
Whoosh! Right off the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good. Okay, now I see you got a bag behind you, a black bag. Well, tell me what that is. We got some products from some sponsors this month.
Yeah. So this is the.
We do a lot of work around in the Spencer. Some people have nice garages that are just for motorcycles.
This is the Favoto motorcycle cover.
Yeah, Favoto. We'll link it in the description.
Yeah.
They sent us one to check out and review.
So it comes in this nice drawstring pouch.
It is like, so the last motorcycle cover I spent on was 120 bucks. And the last one you bought, Spencer, was what, 100 bucks?
100 bucks, yeah.
So this thing, they sell for 30 Canadian. So you can get these things for like
cheap.
20, 25 bucks American. So pretty nice. Now it's got an integrated lock feature with it, so that's super nice. It's also got the reflective fans on there, so you don't have to worry. I always hated that, having the motorcycle stick out. I was always afraid someone was going to hit the front wheel. Oh, that looks really nice. So you've got a couple different bands for reflective bands. This is going to be the front of the cover here. Oh, it's extra large too, so it looks like it'll fit those large cruisers. We went with just the standard size. And of course you got the motorcycle lock loops. So that allows you to lock it to the other side of the case. And essentially, that can keep people from looking underneath the motorcycle cover. So that looks really good. So that's yours now, Spencer. That's a gift. We want to thank those guys for sending it out to us. So Vodo, thank you guys. And yeah, check it out, $30. You cannot beat that. Can't be beat. Yeah, that'll fit even a big fat boy or something. Jeez. Okay, now I'll give you guys a secret. I actually use this same motorcycle cover to cover my mountain bikes in the garage so that they don't get all fucking dirty too. So, okay, now Spencer, I see something special I want to ask you about. I see you're wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
And I see you got this. Oh, that's me tipping, not the bike. Whoa! And I see you got this thing on the back here. Why don't you tell me what the hell this big chunk of metal hanging off the back of your bike is?
This is the short fuse wheelie guard.
Short fuse, tell me about
it. Short fuse motorsports. So basically, this is a wheelie bar or like anti-loop bar.
Yeah.
So basically what it does is it'll fit basically any motorcycle. We haven't come across a motorcycle we can't fit it to.
Except for the single swing arms.
So it makes sense. Single-sided swing arm is going to be a bit of an issue. So
yeah.
Those are the only things we can't deal with. Other than that, everything fits. They've got the new mini version coming out that is for all the Groms. And
yeah,
KXs.
What's up? Just did a sick video with Cho at the stunt lot.
Yeah.
Tested wiping out on the new wheelie guard.
So basically, it just bolts onto your. There's a couple ways. They're super customizable. So on this setup on the DRZ, you have a piece of ready rod that actually goes through the axle. So for this sped up, you actually have to ream out the inside of the axle.
That's
because otherwise you'd have to use, I think it's a quarter instead of a 3/8, and it's just too thin. You don't want to use it.
It'll work, but it's just beefy. You want something beefy.
Yeah, this is just better. I mean.
So what Spencer did is he just kind of carved out a bit of the nut in the axle.
Use a reaming tool, or you can use a large enough drill bit, and basically you just make the hole big enough so that you can slide the rod through. It's bolted in on both sides.
And mind you, that was super easy. That took us like 5 minutes.
Like no time.
Yeah.
It's bolted here to the swing.
Okay, and it's also bolted here
to the swing arm.
Yeah.
With a couple pads for spacing.
Yeah. Now, sometimes you use pads on both sides. On the DRZ, you just use the pads on this side because it's not wide enough here.
Yeah.
But on some of the other bikes, you put one pad or two pads on the other side, depending on the
clearance on the tires actually pretty tight in here.
But it's good. Yeah. It's good.
Oh, it's perfect.
Okay, and then it actually centers. A lot of people think it's going to be hanging off to the side of the bike, but if you actually look, it actually centers.
I think this is the V1, so this has a bit more adjustment than some of the other ones do. So this one you can lengthen it, but all the new ones, they basically have this bolt here. You get a little tool or a wrench. You just crank that open, pop the pin, and you can adjust it. So this is on my bike right now. This is the second highest setting. I was out hooning on the weekend. I had it at the lowest setting. I was doing wheelies about 70% of the time. I was hitting the wheelie bar, so I decided I'd kick it up a notch.
Good.
And cake it. So progress is
going.
Progress
is going. Yeah. Spencer's wheelie progress.
It's really weird. You cannot feel it. It's like you can't feel the wheelie bar when it hits. It's just a weird feeling. It kind of just feels like you're hitting the rear brake.
Yeah.
So it's strange. So it's good though.
And the wheel's got a little bit of cushion to it, so it doesn't give you an abrupt slam.
Yeah, for
sure.
So
you're telling me that it doesn't even feel like there's a wheelie guard. It just kind of pushes you back down.
Yeah, it's strange.
Okay, so sick. Okay, so now I see here, I don't see anything going on here. Tell me what happened to the back of your bike, Spencer. Jesus.
So I went with the FMF exhaust.
Well, show us this old sucker first. This is what came off the bike. This is all supposedly necessary. All of this is, the engineers at Suzuki thought all of this was important.
So you got your turn signals, your plate holder, and your giant freaking rear tail light. And as you can see, this is a bit melted here, as well as all of this is. And this actually failed in two different places, where this connects on here and where this part connects onto there.
The stock one failed. It melted.
And it melted.
And not from like anything abnormal, just like completely normal use.
just from the upgraded exhaust kind of melting all the plastic.
Yeah, but mind you, it was melting before too.
Yeah.
Okay, so throw that. Get rid of that piece of shit. It's gone. So you cut that off. We literally just like suzzawed parts of that off.
Yeah.
And then what did you replace it with?
This is the 12 o'clock Labs tail tidy with the upgraded circuit board. So it has the integrated turn signals.
Beautiful.
So it does the pulsing when you hit the brakes, and it also does the turn signals when you put on the turn signals.
Yeah, so it's a smart braking system.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. So the DRZ doesn't have a ton of electronics in it to make it
No.
smart. Getting to something like the Tidy Tail, what's that cost?
I think with shipping it'd be around $350
Not
Canadian
bad.
or something.
Not bad. So the Tidy Tail, was that worth it?
Oh, for sure.
Took a
yeah.
couple
Well,
pounds off the bike.
I needed a new taillight. I mean, usually what you try and do is you try and wheelie it high enough that you smash out the stalker before you replace it. But mine was failing, so I kind of had to preempt it.
Listen to this guy. Now I notice here you got an extra front tire here.
Yep.
So tell me about this. You got.
So yeah, I got 2 sets of tires. I got my knobby 17s for going off road, and I just got a second set of 17 slicks.
Now why did you get new tires, and why do you have 2 sets of tires?
Oh, well, basically with these, there's like 2 options. You can either get a brand new set of rims and tires, so that you can get the S ones,
Yes.
which they kind of set up with this, but then you're using the big brakes on the tiny wheels, and kind of, this was kind of, they're kind of chunky. They kind of get a bit washed out on some of the trails out here in BC, but they work pretty well. I mean, you can see I'm getting a shit ton of wear from all the wheelies.
Yeah, he's been putting a lot of a lot of work.
They are kind of sketchy tires, as basically if you lean too far, you just fall off the cliff.
Yeah, I remember watching me bounce around the corners on them.
But yeah,
but they're really good off-road.
And then you're not destroying your slicks when you're going off-road and through all the gravel and stuff.
Mind you, I'll link to a great video of Spencer on this first day riding his slicks in the mud pits.
Yeah.
And you'll see. I guess you can all imagine how that turned out.
Yep.
Okay, so definitely recommend 2 sets of tires.
Yep.
What else we got going on here? I got a bunch of fluids down here in front of me.
Yeah, so I like to run Motul, so we're using the Motul 4-stroke oil for the off-road, and we've got some Motul.
This is the chain lube and the chain cleaner
and chain lube.
So yeah, and we got a bunch of other Motul inside, but we just brought out some of it.
And it's always good to try and like keep your chain clean if you're not going to be using it. If you wash it, you want to clean it after.
You ride it wet.
Ride it wet, yeah.
Don't leave it wet.
Just make sure that your chain's not going to fail prematurely.
Right.
Even though I really want one of those gold anodized chains.
We can make that happen. Hey, if you guys sell gold anodized chains, talk to us. Okay, so we got the short fuse wheelie guard. We got the Motuls. We got the bike upgrades. We got the seats. We got the helmets. We got the GoPro 7 and the GoPro 3 for the moto vlogging. We got the extra helmet. So tell me what's going on with the extra helmet. Oh. So of course you got to have a cheap helmet around. Why do you have one of my helmets, Spencer?
It's for the ladies, of course.
Don't say that like it's not true. Spencer bought more helmets, so he'd be driving girls around on his bike.
Yeah, so always good to have a passenger helmet.
You don't have to spend $700 on a passenger helmet.
No, not really.
So
basically, you're paying for the creature comfort. So if you're buying a helmet, they're only going to use it every once in a while.
That's
also,
right.
if you're buying a nice helmet, you don't want other people to wear it because it the helmet, like most of the expensive helmets, they start to form to your head, and you don't want to destroy that.
Yeah, for sure,
Definitely.
Now we got some Noco stuff over here. Noco was one of our sponsors on Motorcycles Vancouver formerly, and of course we're actually just users of their products now as well.
Yeah.
So Spencer, tell me what this is.
This is my battery maintainer, so
trickle charger tender.
So I can. If I don't ever ride my bike over the weekend, I make sure the battery doesn't die. And it says 12 volt and 6 volt, and it's got the smart functions. And
yeah, so
it's
it'll
been
turn
super
off.
nice. You can get the you can get special connectors and get I think what is it, like the ISO connectors for the battery, and then you can just plug it in and not have to fuck around with the.
Or you can get the permanent leads that strap on like I had. Now, what was the other really cool thing? You watched me get a fuck ton of use when I had a bad Seder. What did you see me using all the time?
Yeah, so his booster power pack.
How
so instead of fixing his bike, he just went out and bought a booster power pack so we could watch him boost.
No, they sent me one for review for the channel, Spencer.
That gave you the reason not to fix your bike.
Gave me the reason not to fix the Stator. So we were push starting it and boost starting it all summer.
All summer.
You poor thing pushing that bike down hills.
So you buy the cheap Stator and then you put a bunch of fucking electronics on it and then you expect it to work. So.
And it didn't. And it didn't. Okay, so I think that's good. I think we got everything except for the motorcycle ramp. Spencer's only using half.
Right, yeah.
But so
because my lovely home has a nice driveway.
A deformed driveway.
And they decided to put the inside of the garage is actually a foot off the driveway, so
More
I
than
had
a
to use
foot.
a ramp.
Literally. So we like these. These are good for trucks. Spencer's got a sick new truck. He's getting insured.
These actually have 2 pieces. There's another one, so you can actually like have enough room. I'll be using these once my truck gets fixed, so that we can go in and
we'll be putting it back together. Yep. Okay, no aftermarket sliders, no aftermarket fender, just the replacement light.
No spoke covers.
Not your thing. You haven't sticker bombed it yet. Plastic's holding up.
Next thing's probably going to be, I want to do the big block with the FCR.
Yes, everybody watching wants you to do it too, Spencer.
Oh, I do too.
So if people want to follow you, see more of your life, your experiences, see photos of you kicking ass on this motorcycle all over this beautiful, beautiful province we live in, where can they follow you? I know.
On Motorcycles Vancouver.
Motorcycles Vancouver. That's easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are also the Crypto Kings on Facebook.
That's how he pays for all these things. We're
crypto.
cryptocurrency miners.
Cryptocurrency and motorcycles.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. They go hand in hand.
They really do. Okay, so guys, check out Short Fuse. If you want to get a discount on the Wheelie Guard, it's Good Guy Biker. Use that on checkout. They got new versions for the small and big bikes. We'll link to all those sick products on Amazon. Definitely the Bark Busters, definitely the Case Savers, definitely the Bash Guards. So yeah, any words of wisdom for first time riders too, Spencer?
Get a Wheelie Guard and get some friends. And,
it's hard not to have friends with a Wheelie Guard.
It's lots of practice, and you'll eventually get it. I know we're seeing a lot of people that are using the Wheelie Guards and they're just going way faster because it's nice to have that
confidence.
The confidence in it that you're not gonna. Because that's the big thing that everyone fears is that they're gonna loop the bike.
People do loop bikes.
Yeah, they do loop bikes.
We've looped bikes.
Like going over left or right isn't so bad, but you just don't want the whole weight of the bike dropping on you as it's coming over top.
Yeah, and the difficulty is, regardless of how you go down, then you're all banged up and bruised, and you lose your confidence goes back to zero.
Yeah,
so you're back at the beginning. Yeah. So it's nice, instead of wiping out and busting your elbow up and dislocating your shoulder or something silly, you just touch the Wheelie Guard and keep going. Yeah. It's like when I skateboard or motorcycle with proper armor on.
Oh yeah.
When we're off-roading,
it's way better.
It's way better. Normally,
to be able to crash and then be able to keep going. It's like.
That's exactly it.
It's all cost of gear.
It's the cost of gear, right? And you look at our stuff. Our gear is just so slashed up and banged up and scratched up. And I watched Spencer was doing some wheelies the other day, and the bike went over on his boot. And the only thing that was holding the bike up was his leg. Yeah. And his leg was bent when it hit the ground. It was like this. And he would have never made it. But he was wearing, what boots were you wearing?
I've got the Alpine Star Tech 7.
You got a raccoon running across the road behind you. So he's got the Alpine Star boots.
Tech 7s,
and they were mad sick, and I watched them hold up the weight of his.
And they're super comfortable, and you can wear them like just about all day.
I got cheap boots, and they suck.
Oh yeah. Well, I killed a pair of cheap boots in a single season, so I had to buy upgrades.
No, don't. All the gear, most of the time. That's the rule.
Pretty much.
Okay, thanks guys. That's our top 10 motorcycle products, plus a whole bunch of extra for you to get for your motorcycle. Ride safe out there, ladies and gents.